What's up, guys? We are back with some MLB action here on Tuesday, July 15th. We're going to give out plays on the MLB All-Star Game. This is another one of those kind of for fun videos. So we're going to, roll out another dog of the day, another lock of the day, and yeah, just get to work here, see if we can find a little bit of fun stuff to gamble on here on this MLB All-Star Game. Slam that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing these videos every single day, and let us know what you're thinking in the comments. I personally answer every comment every single day. Check the pinned comment throughout the day to see our favorite picks, and it pays to check back a couple of times per day, or it normally would, guys, but this is the All-Star Game. Now, yesterday we had the home run derby, and it actually went pretty well for us out there. Right off the bat, we hit that longest home run, over 481 and a half there. Very solid win at even odds. O'Neal Cruz and James Woods both got over that number, and there might have been some other ones I'm not remembering, but that seems like it was a pretty solid lock of the day. So cashing our lock of the day. Now our dog of the day bricked out on us. Chisholm, his home run deal, didn't come through for us. He wasn't making the semifinals. He did not have a good time. We did cash Cal Raleigh though at plus 260 as the winner. That was pretty crazy stuff. He does come through with the win there for us. So, yeah, a cool night out there. Wasn't necessarily a cakewalk for him, but he puts up 18 home runs in the final round to eventually get himself and us the win. So we'll take that. Matt Olson, our other pick out there at plus 700, could not make it happen in his own park. But, hey, a pretty nice night out there considering what we were looking at. So, yeah. Okay, cool. We'll take a little, casual win there on, some home run derby props. It's not a bad time out there. Not a bad time out there. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at what's going on out there in the All-Star Game. We don't have too crazy much to break down here. It is an All-Star Game, so this is one of those situations. If you're busting your bankroll on an All-Star Game, you probably need to call the number. But let's go ahead and take a look here, guys. Obviously, we've got the American League against the National League, a tale as old as time. And coming into this game, looking at who's going to start, looking at the starting lineups, it's a little bit interesting. The odds makers have this as close to a coin flip, with the National League actually being slightly bigger favorites at minus 115. The American League is minus 105. Total of 7.5 out there, so we'll be talking about the total as well. Now, first up, looking at the side in this game, we got to take a look at these starters. Now, they're only going to be out there, not for very long, so it doesn't have the normal impact you would think. But Skubal and Skeens starting respectively, that's going to be pretty exciting stuff to see these two guys out on the mound. Crazy strikeout numbers, crazy just numbers in general. So you guys kind of know what to expect from them. Now, in terms of the starting lineups, running down these starting lineups, I think I'm actually slightly more scared of the American League at the plate here. They're maybe not quite the name recognition. I don't know, guys. I'm slightly more scared of the American League. I'm not going to lie. Judge out there, Cal Raleigh. Now, he might be a little bit tired. I'm worried about him, but Vladimir Guerrero Jr., he's going to want to show out. This is going to be probably the biggest stage he'll be on all season, although the Blue Jays continue to be so good recently. Maybe he's going to be on a pretty big stage too. We'll see what happens. Now, on the National League side, and obviously I know that there's going to be subs and all that kind of stuff, but Ohtani leading things off, Acuna Jr., Marte, Freddie Freeman, Machado. There's some very solid bats there. Lindor on there. This is going to be a pretty good, there's some hitters out there, guys. It's an all-star game. It's going to be kind of nuts, but the pitching, I think especially early on, is really going to have an advantage here. So generally speaking, in terms of a side for this game, I'm going to be leaning just slightly towards the American League. The American League is actually 4-1 over the last 5 all-star games, and yeah, I don't necessarily see a ton to change my mind about the way this one's going to go, so we'll see what happens, but I'm going to be leaning just slightly here towards the American League. Now, in terms of the total of 7.5, I'm actually going to lean slightly towards over. I think we'll see some offense in this one. Now, that's not much of a lean. I don't have too much faith in that, but yeah, you could definitely talk me into the under. Like I said, this is the All-Star Game, guys. This isn't super serious betting out here, obviously. So yeah, I'm going to lean just slightly towards the American League to win at minus 105 somehow, but we've got some player props and stuff that I like quite a bit more. And first up, guys, and well, I guess this is a game prop, technically not a player prop. I really like no run first inning at minus 150. Seems like a pretty reasonable price to me. The first inning's been scoreless in 2 out of the last 3 All-Star games. None of these, starting hitters there. Neither starting lineup has great numbers against, the pitcher they're going to face. Not tons and tons of history, don't get me wrong, but, Skeens, he does pretty well against these guys. Scooball has done really well against these guys, so I'm not too worried about that. I think we're in great shape to see no runs scored here in the first inning. Minus 150 on the no-run first inning could definitely be our lock of the day. Guys, let's go ahead and do a quick shout out to the sponsor of today and every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Click the link in the description and go over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, our premium members are getting daily MLB and UFC picks with NFL and college football coming up before you know it. Major League Baseball has been our most profitable sport the last several years in a row and is off to a fantastic first, even more than halfway now of this 2025 season. At StumpTheSpread.com, you'll be able to see exclusive free picks that are only posted there, our free to use bet size calculator, and our premium top confidence picks, which might not, usually will not always match what you see here in the videos, as I'm not the premium MLB handicapper for Stump the Spread. We've got a monster over there with many more years of experience, and guys, you've been hearing all about him lately. He's been on a transcendent run here to start the month of July. He's been just absolutely crazy. You're going to see all the plays on the screen right now, and yeah, on the 13th, the last day that we had, baseball until the All-Star break is over, he went 3-1, cashing the Rays, Boston under, breaking the Orioles, but cashing the Cubs and cashing the Guardians as a nice 3-unit play. He has been really on fire. Hit a plus 900 bet there on a UFC play. Like, I don't follow the UFC, so I don't know the particulars about that, but that's a pretty massive underdog. He went 10-0 over the 9th, 10th, and 11th of July combined. Like, he went absolutely nuts. So definitely consider signing up for a premium package, and you're not going to be, like, if you sign up for a premium package today, obviously there's not going to be any MLB games for the next couple days. Don't worry, you won't be charged for those days. Those days don't count against your membership. Obviously, we're not going to be like, oh yeah, you're a member now, but also these 3 days where there's nothing going on, you're going to get charged for. That is not how any of this works, guys. So yeah, definitely consider signing up even today, even though there's not going to be any games for a couple days here. And definitely sign up for the free email newsletter over there at Stump the Spread. It's absolutely free. All we need is your name and your email address. So that's what you put in to set up a free account at Stump the Spread. And you'll be on that free email list. You'll get tons of information straight to your inbox every single day. Information on niche sports betting like golf, tennis, NASCAR. I know a big golf write-up just went out today. I don't even know what golf event's coming up, but some big golf event is coming up. And yeah, there'll be parlays in there. There are free picks in there every single day, at least one, sometimes two, and some very nice parlays get included in there as well. So definitely worth checking that out also. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into some player props here. I've got a few. First up, this is kind of a niche one. I actually heard about this one from the from like the MLB premium capper over at Stump the Spread, so might want to take this one into consideration. I like Aaron Judge to strike out in his first at bat at plus 140. I don't think we're going to see him get after Skeens, a guy that piles up tons and tons of strikeouts, and Judge definitely somebody that strikes out more than his share, I would say. So definitely think Judge to strike out in his first at bat at plus 140. I think that's good enough to be our dog of the day, probably. And in terms of some other props, I mean, obviously there's not a crazy amount out there. Well, I guess there is if you dig really deep, but this is a for fun situation. I'm going to say Ellie De La Cruz at plus 3,500 to be the MVP. I think if he has a good night at the plate somehow, he's going to steal some bases. That'll be exciting. I think he could definitely sneak in there and snag MVP. I mean, at plus 3,500, like, that is a pretty nice underdog spot there to take advantage of. So maybe a little bit on Ellie De La Cruz to be MVP. You could also mix some home run props or some hitting props in there because he's going to need to do that if he wants to be the MVP. I also like Ohtani as more of a favorite here at plus 550 to be the MVP. I don't think that's too crazy. I think he could very easily. I mean, he's probably the best overall baseball player out there if you consider the fact that he can pitch at such an insane level and also play the field and hit at such an insane level. So definitely Ohtani's on my mind, and Ohtani at even odds to record a hit in the first 9 innings of the game. I think that's pretty reasonable as well. I think he'll get a hit off of somebody here. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit tough. You're going up against All-Star Game pitchers who are only going to be out there for a very short amount of time, so they can just, fire it up immediately and then just, only have a couple innings out there, or, only a couple outs they got to get. So, yeah, definitely think Ohtani to record a hit here, though, at even odds is pretty freaking live. But guys, unfortunately, that's all we have for today. There's nothing else really major cooking out there in the sports world, and we probably won't be back unless I decide to figure out a way to fire up some sport that I don't know anything about, which seems a little bit disingenuous. So we're probably going to have a couple days off here before MLB season gets back underway once the All-Star break is over. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to click that thumbs up button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Get over to StumpTheSpread.com like I've been saying, guys. Check out everything we offer there and those red hot got premium picks that you won't be charged for. You won't be charged, your membership won't be charged those days when there's no sports going on, obviously here during the MLB All-Star break. But thanks for watching. We'll be back here in just a couple of days for more sports betting action.